So we've shown you a number of different videos of anti-maskers going into retail locations to complain about the fact that they have to wear one. But take a look at this. This is a video from Target. A group of what looks like young white anti-mask activists stampeding through a Target and yelling at people to take off their masks.
Take your mask off!
Yeah, take it off!
Idiot. We're not doing it! Take off your mask! Take it off! Take it off! We're not stopping you! Yeah, we got someone! Take it off! Take it off!
Yeah, so that happened in, I believe it was Florida, shockingly. Florida, which was incredibly hard hit by the virus. I had a family member die from COVID in a Florida hospital. And that's what some Floridians think about this pandemic, that it's some kind of joke. You just run around in Target and have fun and possibly infect people with their disease. And and also, by the way, in the same way that you're ripping your mask off, you're also ripping a mask off on the, well, I just don't want to be obligated to do it, because they weren't just shouting, I won't wear one. They were yelling at people to take off their masks. People who have already shown that they're perfectly willing to do it. They don't want anyone to wear one, not just them.
Yeah, I mean, you walk into a business establishment which can set forth any rules they want for how people come in. I mean, as long as it's not discriminatory about who they are and where they came from and their makeup, their human makeup. You can tell someone there's rules about you coming in the store, walking in with no shoes on, walking in with no shirt on. We don't want your diseased feet walking around on our floors where we then have to clean up behind you and potentially spread your diseased foot virus all over the place. So there's rules that have always been in place by stores, and it's their prerogative to do so. And if you don't want to go in because you just can't stand to put on socks and shoes on your nasty feet, then fine, don't come in. Shop somewhere else. Shop at the Target alternative that allows you to walk in with no shoes on. That's the way it works. Hey, so if you're mad at Target for making you wear a mask, don't go to Target. Now, what I want to hear is a questioning of conservatives and specifically elected officials about what they think about their people going through a Target and yelling at other patrons about their decisions about wearing masks. Because I remember when perceived to be protesters were walking around and yelling at people outside of cafes to stop eating there, join the protest, what are you doing? And what did a bunch of Democrats and libs say? Oh, I'm sorry, those guys shouldn't have done that, my fault. Hey, I wanna apologize for them. Hey, they don't represent all of us. Hey, certain people out here yelling at people on the street. That's not the way to convince people to come to our side. I'm waiting for the Republicans and conservatives to then start denouncing and rejecting these folks that walked into Target, screaming in everyone's face, telling them what to do, because that's the same thing. When is Ted Cruz gonna come out and say, you know what, I like to denounce and reject these radical conservatives that walk through Target yelling at people about what they should do and what they shouldn't do. And by the way, it doesn't represent us, that doesn't represent us. That's no way to get people on our side. When is that conversation gonna be had? No, instead, we're always complaining and we're always denouncing and rejecting people. We do it here specifically at TYT. We always worry about what someone else on the street said to someone, and that's no way to approach and get people on your side. No, I'm over that. Yeah, it's wrong that they did it, and that's where we're gonna stop. That has nothing to do with me, because I wasn't out on the streets telling people to get up from their cafes and join the movement. No, that wasn't me, so I have nothing to say about it. Same way conservatives have nothing to say about this.
Yeah. Although who knows? I mean, if one of those people's identified, they'll probably be on Tucker Carlson and he'll talk about how they're an American hero. I can only imagine, like, if you're one of the workers, like, you have to work at Target, like, you're already being exposed. We already know how many retail workers have died, and that band of, hashtag herd mentality coming in, like, let's say I were to tell you just one fact about an individual, and you have to tell me how that influences you on a scale of 1 to 10, how serious you think they are otherwise about the virus. They run through Target yelling at people to take off their masks. How serious do you think they take the virus? What are the chances that they have COVID right then? I think it's safe to say higher than normal. And they're running up on people, and those people hypothetically get sick. I'm sure you've all seen the reports of there was an in-person wedding in Maine. And contact tracing has now identified 7 individuals who died as a result of that. Not people, by the way, who were at the wedding, but people who were infected by people who were at the wedding are dead now. 7 individuals because they decided to have this wedding. Every event in a pandemic can have consequences. Maybe you'll be lucky, it's Russian roulette or whatever. Maybe you won't kill anyone, but maybe someone will die as a result of what you just saw there. And bear in mind, many people are still dying. Let's do what we do virtually every day. Here's the most recent reporting from the COVID tracking project. Yesterday, 1,031 deaths were reported. More than 1,000 Americans died. Again, I can't tell you how many times I've now said more than 1,000 Americans have died in the most recent reporting. And I'm gonna say it over and over and over again. Maybe someday someone will go through and mash it up because 1,000+ people are still dying every day. It's been more than half a year and we're still losing that many people. Why? I don't think it's totally unfair to say because of videos like we just showed you. And it seems to only be getting worse. You probably saw the video of the cops who went to a college party, like that, a bunch of people. You're only supposed to have like 10 people in a building. They had like 50. The guy who was throwing the party was positive with COVID. He told the guy, yeah, no, I was tested, I was positive. And they were like, well, aren't you supposed to be quarantining? He's like, yeah, I am with them, the 50 people that are also unmasked and possibly have COVID. Like, and this is just all over the place. Last thing, and again, we alluded to this yesterday on the show. Right now, you have a couple different sorts of protests going on, as we've talked about many times. You have people who are being gassed and run over by police cruisers and being shot in the head with non-lethal munitions to push for people's civil rights. And then you have people who are rampaging through Target telling other people to take off their masks. The wide range of experiences in America, different sorts of concern. That's what we've got.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.